Okay, time blocking the system rotation positions. I usually don't do this, but it's trying to understand how powerful we are to come to high levels of rotations. We're going to go to Cell Tori. Now, it's already set through operationalized system. Rendezvous has already picked you up through teleportation line center. It's an list scam operation line connection, so everybody is in position. Now, everybody that comes on into the GFLs will be teleported into Cell Tori exactly through portal line center of communication to clocking connections. So other in position line connections, we have to basically, there's a center block that's off signal. I have to basically put it back in communication because it's off surface, right? And if it's too in high level rotation, I have to understand how you got to put in positions of helping me to high rise it so we can put it back onto the add-on line center. It's very powerful how we connect to these high force line positions. So you're going to get understanding what your general does when things are off cycle. Okay, it's important to understand that. Like if you're riding your bike and all of a sudden you're anything through your spokes or your tires get a flat or anything like that, or handlebars go flying, anything like that, you check the mechanisms first to make sure you tighten the bolts and all that, right? Or even your bicycle chain and you skip, 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 and you go head forward. I've done that many times. So it's all about understanding what planets are when you go into high level rotation connections. It's all set up through code position. All right. It's already in the box center location. So I sent a very powerful formula. Don't have to understand it, just have to know what's going on, right? It's in the present line center, the atom line rotation, which puts everybody into Cell Tori. Okay. So to understand in position, I sent you guys very powerful TikToks, and it's amazing how it can track line system rotations. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share because I've got two more, and I'll be up to 1,000 subscribers. And when I go over to the 1,000 line center, then I can go outside and do live. And that's what I want to do. I can do that on my phone so we can understand what's going on with nature. All right. So it's very fantastic how I can do these things. So thank you very much for all the TikTokers, all the followers, and my team and all level system giving me the chance to do this, going live. It's amazing because you come into a new adaptation cycle of a new inner force line center. So it's amazing how we come into that positionalized system. So the co-line center set up, okay? Now, the rebellion won't understand this at all. This is all about cells. This is about energy cells, rotation cells, activation cells. This has to do with planets, and some planets need to be refixed. It's very important because the command line center opens up all track system locations. It's like going back and seeing something that needs to be done. And the all positioned of Cell Tori is off beacon. So it's all about understanding that if you have a light that needs to be fixed, or basically the structures of your house goes out through light signals, right? You get electrician to basically put everything back in together. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to off center the line center, put the whole level of the program line center back in rotation so the atom can go back into its flow of electrical light. It's communication cycle that's connected to high position line rotation. Okay, so the rebellion lines is set up and the GFL is already signed up through teleportation line center through that connections. All right, questions or comments, you can go through my healing. I'll be going live on TikTok after this, the information. Okay, so it's all set up. It's all ready to go. All right, so I'm going to show you the track line and what's going on through position here. All right, so when you see this is going to activate your high positions of your heart line center. You guys are going to speed diameter line interference back into location line connections into positions to the now line center of Satori. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, this is Satori. Now, truly understand what's going on with the atom line center and everything through the graph position line connections. The magnetic force in the line system, the past, present, and future is in the center line positions atom line system. This is the allocated line center we have to fix. This has to go back in this center line position so I can center operation that connections to Cell Tori. All right, it's very important how we come in this position. So it's all about helping your general because you have to understand why you're in position in your second waves and volunteers. What do you think a volunteer does? Helps, right? And all levels of the universal system to galaxy or any of the connections, right? So it's important how we're in position locations, all right? So you guys are here. You just came out of your portals. You teleported, light signals, operation to its positions, right? So we come into the stealth line center. It's a high formation of an XT1000, but it's not a 1,000 line rotation. It's an 8,000 round of communication cycles. it comes into formation line center. It travels you faster through acceleration line conditions. All right, so this is what we have to fix. We have to put the panel, the metal face line center, back in the center line system into rotation so it can back into spin line center a force of time. Okay, from Cell Tori. Okay, Cell Tori. Okay, cell generation lights and add line center conditions. Okay, so basically it's already set up through operation circle. All right, Priscilla, how's it going? Whoa, Lactic Force team. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Let's go in position here. Okay, activate line center rotations to Priscilla. She's an activation core line center. Teleport her to communications of the Cell Tori in line center. All right, Tina, Ellen, Veronica, how's it going? Mary, everybody else that's not in position, you guys will be observers on a float. A float line signal is a communication to an orb. So you guys will be. So you're like on the stands watching everything. Okay. All right. Mary, Amber, Mary, how's it going? Cleopatra, Amber, Priscilla, Veronica. It's great seeing you, Priscilla. Hope you're doing well. All right. Let's see here. Clopius. Yeah. Okay. Priscilla, Mary. Great to see everybody. Solomon, how's it going? Starseed, Galactic Force team back in alliance. Yes, exactly. Everybody's coming back in the line, signal rotation line positions. Heart reactors open up through calculation modification line connections. So we're all on Satori. All right. So what we have to do is go to the observation line centers. Now the observers are now allocated line conditions. It's very important to understand these position line system rotations. I'm already in the presence of the center line center, so my eye receptors is going to see everything line conditions. All positions of you through track line center rotations. You'll see your general and the high level rotation. So what I want you guys to do is hold the plates from underlying center. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to fly recognition of time. The internal line connection to its position is going to open all gateway line interference. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we got single line center rotations, circle rotation line conditions. Changing your coloration starlight interference position line conditions. Very complicated stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so going 10 line center. Everybody's in the listogram of communication circles. This is you guys holding the plates, right? That position, right? So we're going to center line system, center locations, and back in the center position of the Cell Tori line conditions. The atom rotation is off signal. The plasma line center is not connected to the high positions to its magnet line center connection. So it's all about the computer reset line. The reset line has to go back in line conditions of the interference channel. So the operation center to its location is all in position 2 calculations. All right. So basically, this is what's going to happen to all positions. You're going to see an atom line center. That is Cell Tori. Okay, don't get confused. It's an extremely high line center. So it's kind of like seeing a thundercloud that's going through electrical lights. It's going. All right, so you guys are here. You're going to hold the plates. All right, you're going to hold the plates. You're going to use your magnetic line centers. You're going to use your interforce positions. You're going to use your eye receptor line conditions. You're going to use your plasma lines and your communication, your finger point line condition. All right, so you're all going to hold the base position, and we're going to put it back in the center position here so it can rotate back into the galaxy lock information panel. Okay, so very powerful how we see these 3 line conditions. All right, so 50 minutes, have fun. In communications, having a problem, talk to your general. All right, I will be back. Okay, so I'm back and I need water for this high business line connection interference. All right, I try to understand what you're seeing through an atom. This goes out to Cleopatra. Understand communications, high-level system rotations. So in position, high circle rotations are going to change all levels of activation core line centers. It's very powerful how we come into Cell Tori, okay? Very interesting. All right, so let me know how you guys are doing. Once your track systems are open through allocating line conditions, I'll step in and fix all that condition. All right. Okay, let's see here. Priscilla, it's great to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I helped build this core center of a machine, for lack of a better word. We have been waiting for you. It's beautiful. Amber, awesome. Ellen, I see you. Wow, we are holding the plates with each towers. There you go. Amber knows what's going on. It's amazing. Your light bodies are beautiful. Drinking water. Yep. I can see heart portals through the gamma operation line center. Very good. All positions to alpha, mega, micro, macro. I learned infusions, networking, skin. Excellent. Ellen, nice. Like that connections, interference to its plasma line connection. Everyone's heart is shining out, a beam connecting together in a massive beam. There you go. Yeah, new meta. It's great to see you too. All right. So, trying to understand what's going on, you're holding all levels of the plates. This is the metal plate line center. It's off track. Okay. I get confirmation line signals from Cell Tori. It's very real once you understand your position in time. Okay. This is what I do every single day, guys. It's not just the Earth line center you guys are on through hologram conditions of computer. I fix other planets in extremely high position of location. All right. So your information and illustration line centers is in your graph locations. All right. So 20 minutes in high level systems. Now you got 18 minutes on countdown interference. Try to understand what's going on through all levels of Cell Tori. All right. Giving you back information to line signal. We need to reboot the machine and beautiful leeching. Yep. Machine. I see one of us off to the side doing their own thing. I see huge portal, rainbow, vortex cylinder, englobing Earth and its atmosphere. Very good, Priscilla. Can you reboot the automatic clock interface? Yeah. Solomon's in position line conditions. He can help you out through formation. He's a computer line. You guys have to work as a team. This is extremely real. Truly understand positions. This is now in connections of the present position. This is not a review. This is not a test. This is not evaluation. This is you fixing Cell Tori in now, present, of future. So it's amazing how you can go into the future of the now, which is basically going into that position, right? It's incredible how we come to that force. And I do this so you guys can work as a team better and better and better and better and really understand these things and what you have to do when it comes into your second and third and fourth waves, all through your computer alignments. All right. Okay. That's okay, Diane. It's fine. Can you please bring me place where the group? Yep. Diane, interference line center rotations. She's in the light track line center. Put her into Cell Tori in communications, high forcings to the GFLs. Line signal her rotation line center rotations. Put her in the activation core line conditions. Okay, there you go, Diane. All right, Samantha, good morning. My service is going in and out, General. Yeah, line signal rotation back in line conditions with Samantha. High position or rotation line conditions. Change her orb line center and conditions. Put her into Cell Tori. Communication to graph line center, group rotation. All right, there you go, Samantha. We all have to do this together. Yes, you do. I'm looking at the nucleus rotating and realizing that everything needs to be recentered and repositioning to it in its core of everything. And then Cleopatra, that's why I put you in your position, because you're coming into the add line center. So the whole idea is to understand how to reconstruct the computer line center to Cell Tori. All right. Yeah, there's also intelligence there, right? But that's where everybody is. Cell Tori. You have to understand how to place this back in center line conditions. So you're giving graph of information. So it's recircling audio interference and it's bringing you back into rewinding. So it's like rewinding your computer audio graphs and your mainframes, right? So last in position of the last 5 minutes on clock line connections, I will come in and help you through its formation of what we need to do next through calculations, all right? So it's recharging back in line connections because it's off circle, right? Okay, Sherry, how's it going? Anything through observers will be on a float. You can watch. You have to be an extremely high line center to communicate to anything through Cell Tori. Yes, you have to do it all together. That's the whole point. This is why I'm bringing this across to everybody. Streaming in the new codes to core to a central projection of Earth hologram setting. Very good, Priscilla. All right, so you got code line centers and conditions here. So let's go into the track line rotation here. I'll show you exactly what's going on through position. All right. So it's important you understand what is given to you through codes. Digital line interference to that condition line channels. Okay. So this is going to give you a memory bank. This is going to give you a cell memory bank line center in communication to its line conditions. All right. All right. So basically, this is what it activate of Cell Tori. Okay, rendezvous already picked up the catching of the signals of the beacon light center rotations of the vector and center interference. So line channels of simulation course, commute to core, center of Cell Tori digital number. Okay, zero track 00000.900001 slash box plus track system GPS log for fixed screen of back force. Okay, pay attention to that. Back force, that's the most important thing, to its planet rotation. Okay, pick up the GFLs plus EG line core center plus rebellion alliance box on standby for Operation Go. Right, Echo zoo-ller 11111 portal line center to slash acceleration. Keep observers on afloat. Truly understand what's going on to that line conditions. So in position, this is all about you understanding what to do next in its condition. All right. So, all right. So just get a basic understanding of what you're supposed to do. All right. You're all together. It's fast tracking everything. Yeah. Nucleus pulsing. Yeah. Very good, Veronica. Yeah. So you all have to shift the whole thing over. That's exactly what it is. So it's taking an army of men pushing it. It's like construction, like piping and stuff like that. Clocking cycles back in rotation towards central Mexican timeline center. Very good, Solomon. So we can get in alignment. That's exactly what it is, Amber. Yeah, good morning. Yeah. So it's like a clocking system that's off track. So you just have to understand how to put it back on its system. Has really grown. She must be showing up for school. Yep. Pulsating beat is adjusting. Very good. Yes, I have been coming every day. Yeah. Adjusting but one more piece. Yeah. Something towards the core. Yeah. We have to address as a team. Yes, you do. Very good. Coming into that conditions. What are we doing? Okay. You're refixing the coil, Samantha, to the atom line center, to Satori. It's very complicated. It's very confusing, but I want you to understand what your general does every single day. Paying attention to this is extremely real. So you guys are in Cell Tori on the present line center of its future rotation. Okay. All right. It's giving us codes. Very good, Amber. Bing, bang, boom. And the heart space was, yeah, all hearts go. Okay. My service is still going in and out. Yeah. Samantha, just get in rotation line center rotation and communication. You're in a thinking gram. Take out of the thinking, get in rotation circle. Then you get into atom line center. Then you'll see Cell Tori. Okay. No thinking process, guys, in the knowing of space line center, okay? Your rotation spin cycles are in position, all right? Mutate line centers in connection to Samantha. Get into track system of all positions of reception. What you see is the allocate line connections. Get her intelligence of communication. Put her into high level rotation of the inner line center. Okay. So Samantha, you should be in that panel line center. All communications go. All right. All right, let's see here. Okay, shift. General has me on a mission 2,000 years in the future. I'm grounded back in 2019 before the trauma. Yeah. Refixing Solomon to computer line conditions. He was going through inner channels. That's fine. He's back in line center. Jen, how's it going? I see that I'm connected with everyone through a DNA. We're all communicating telepathically. I see the waves of the thoughts. Very good. All right. Well, Solomon, so amazing. Yep. It's funny how I see them watching on a screen. That's exactly what it is. Digital screening, Priscilla. Very good. It's great to see you, Priscilla. Pulsating like a big giant heartbeat. That's exactly what it is. It's electrical heartbeat. It's probably easier to travel through the future anyway. Yeah. We're all connected. Yes, you are. Okay. I see the thin golden spiral lines. Yeah. Make sure the lines are in rotation there, Ellen. Don't not track the system. Forming a net. Something is definitely with the okay. Okay, someone, we're all in the alignment again. We can receive the updates and then do the web. Very good. Web line center connections, interference location to its position system. Panel line center needs a new web line center. So you got to find a way to put this on track system location back in center so it can operate the ground line center to its rotation. So once that comes in position, this will activate the ground line center to its rotation of Cell Tori. All right. This is extremely real, and this is the now position of what's happening all levels of space. All right. We need to be in alignment. Yes, you do. All in one, all sequence in one through telepathy. And it's better you guys work as a team rather than, no, let's do this. No, let's do that. No, work as a team. This is extremely real. You don't want to off center anything through calculations because you can overload anything through space line center. You can crack the surface of universal line connections and float to another dimension line interference. Okay. So spinning hard to the atoms is what we are doing. I hear a very high pitched sound now. Samantha, your traction division needs to be allocated towards Central Mexican time. Joe, can you help her? Yeah, I got the line signal rotation. She's in the Mexican time interference. So she'll be in channel rotation, the atom line center. She's in communication. She just got confused with her time zones. That's totally fine. Space position. Supernova, hearts we are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's allocated to his timeline switch. Information now, we get the information. See yourself as a spinning star. Okay. Everyone get the pulsating to the heart and the clock and ticking again. Exactly, that's what you want to do, right? Once you get that in position, then we can center the panel line center from the bottom line connections of the planet rotation, and then it can set up all levels of the magnetic highway, right, to the ground system. And that will just put up a new plasma web to its energy light system of rotation. So, Jill, how's it going? Oh, that's okay, Jill. That's fine. Interline connections to a high-level system to Jill. Yeah, she just woke up through timeline center. Make sure she's in the Mexican high-level connections to time zone interference. Put her into Cell Tori, rendezvous, pick her up. Transformation lights are coming in. Core line centers activate core line system rotation. All right, so you guys are all working as a team. Remember that. Golden threads, energy of thoughts and emotions. Okay, family, we need to take the web down near the plates. Very good, Amber. I'm crying with joy. My heart is filled with beyond love. Very good, Veronica. Can we all get in alignment again? Alignment is number one, please. This is the last piece, but we need at least 5 of us to complete. I'm in remaining. Amber, I'm in position. Great. Excellent. You guys are communicating to my system. I feel like I'm trying. I'm not quite close enough. Watching from a slight distance. That's okay. That's okay, Diane. Yeah, feel free when you understand more through calculations. The framing in your clarity line center will come into more digital frame connections. Once you go into the audio tracks, you start remembering more through the soul connection. So, all right. Can you see me? Okay, guys, let's put in the web in. Diane, you're beautiful. You're watching to tell us we got on correctly. So please tell us, Diana. Okay, we almost got it. Mary, bring your side up. What is the contra movement I see? It is at the heart center. Very good, Ellen. All right. So, pretty exciting, isn't it? I see everything in a circle, creating warm light, everything in alignment, like closing like a zipper, fitting blocks perfectly into one another. Okay, it's there, it's in place. Okay, Cleopatra, can you bring up the side of the web? Jill, thank you. Okay, we got it. I feel it, tears of joy. Yeah, and that's what it is. Tears of joy when you put something together. Okay, line signal, line centers. Okay, we're going to go into spider interference. Now the technology is going to come to line track rotation. Oh, bing, bang, boom. Yeah. All right. So in position. Samantha, are you in track system of time zones, the Mexico line connection? Looks like the outer circle is showing down now. Thank you, team. All right. Sam's in charge. Tina's in the line center. She's operating line conditioning. She's watching interference. Priscilla's there through locations with Tina. All right. Let's see here. Yes, Ellen. Thank you, team. Okay, great. So we're in position locations. Amazing how we track that line system rotation conditions all through Cell Tori. All right. Can't stop crying. Yeah. When you work as a team, it's amazing. But what's even more amazing, you guys are actually in space at the present line right now, which is incredible because you're seeing all this. And it's amazing how you can connect in all ways and forms. Once you set the codes, anything through plasma, that's its line center, right? So in position, you guys are doing an incredible job through position. You guys started here. Now you understand all levels of what's going on through panel line center. Okay. So vertical rainbow light is like waterfall on the outside rotation. Wow, this is an incredible. Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, I see the rainbow. I see multiple line centers. Laser direction interference is coming into plasma line center conditions. High position locations to its high level rotation. Running smoothly towards rotation line center. Okay, so basically all going to go through line interference into program line center rotations. Okay, here we go through center locations. You guys are running through the system right now. A running program is coming to high level system line connections. All right, here we go through 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's what you guys just finished doing. Allocate line connections. All right, so in position. The center line center is coming up to high level system. Rotate cycles on line condition interference channels. Going into green line interference. 2 program line connections. Here we go through trap system rotation. 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. Interline its position line connections. Back and direction locations. High position to the ground interference position line connections. All right, so it's in track system to its location. All right. So it's in its location right now through activation core center. All right. Grid line center is coming into line center rotations. Now the magnetic force is going to high rise the dimensional rotation connections. All right, here we go through one trap line center rotation. All right, so now it's in connection. But we got a line signal rotation and bring in the out line center rotation to heart reactor. That heart reactor is going to go to a speed diameter line switch. Now that switch is going to force line its connection to I circle location to a computer operation on in position. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. In position lock system location. Activate core line center and position line connections. All level systems coming into high level rotation. Activate communications, light trap locations. Change the coloration interference. Operate communications, program line centered, magnetic force line system. All right, so we're in that position location right now. Spider optic interference is coming to plasma line center. Go into the magnetic force line high rise line connection. All right, almost in center line rotation. Come back down to ground line center. Open up ground line center rotation back into Cell Tori. Done through equation. All right. Fantastic job, guys. Fantastic jobs. There you did it. See how you guys set it up, and I did everything else. But truly understand cell line center rotations and Cell Tori line connections to the magnetic highway line center to communications of a spider optic universal position of nanotechnology line connection. Excellent job, guys. Fantastic. So it's amazing how you trap this line interference. It's amazing how you go into all levels. You just helped me with Cell Tori. You put the atom lock center back in line connections to a high position to its location. Great job. So, how's everybody feel? Yeah. Now you know really how powerful it is, what I do every single day. Yeah, but see, you'll be doing that from time to time because it's better that you understand how to work as a team, right? Rather than just doing things on your own and just traveling, get to know this, get to know that, get to know here, get to know there. It's better when you work all together in one line signal to one activation line system rotations. And this is what everybody did in position, right? How to center its line conditions. Okay. So it's incredible force when you see these things, right? All right. I love how we work as a team. We create a much light, and that's what the whole point is to understand that it's not just the Earth rotation of the hologram of the computer that needs help. It's other planets that need help too, right? So it was so amazing to see each step of we needed to be done next, right? So I gave you illustrations of graphs. It's not itinerary. That's in your program line center. That stays in the vortex line connections to your mainframe. That's positioned to its high level rotation. So it helps you and always informs on what you're supposed to do. It's like giving information, you know. It's like Trinity on Matrix when she didn't know how to fly a helicopter, right? And then she said, "Tank, you know, get me in." Thank you. Boom, right? That's how it works in position. It just reminds you through storage and storage and storage. So it rewinds your line center into positions and puts you back in the present line system. Oh, Cell Tori. Now I know what I need to do. Back force the line center to the planet back into its rotation. So it's incredible when you come in that line center. Great experience, guys. Really great experience. Great job. I'm sorry I was late today, but glad I could pitch in at the end. Yep. But see, that's the thing. And I tell you, I was meditating and didn't hear the alert on my phone. See, that's the importance when you travel is to be aware of these things. So it's like a clock. It's like an alarm that goes off, right? And it's very important when you're traveling, you know what's going ahead of time, precognition. So when I set something up, you guys have to come in. It's like if you go outside and you miss the light, what's going to happen, right? It's already in a digital line center rotation to a grid line rotation to a shape position of you through track system. So it's important you understand that you're picked up through rendezvous to a clocking system to Cell Tori. All right. All right. I texted both of you ladies. Okay. Yeah. Priscilla, so nice to meet you also, Amber. That's great to see. This is the only beginning, guys. We're shifting the Earth back into our own traction. It's like a Rebill force and lifting the pyramid. Yeah, that's exactly. Solomon's in position. He understands the conditions. But you guys worked as a team. And that's what I wanted to see. That's the force that everybody has. And when you have that force, it's amazing what you can do next, especially when you're doing it in the now of the present line system of space and time connection. Right? It's very powerful when you see these things, right? It's not just flying around and getting to know yourself. It's actually working in space, right? In the past. Or something could be off cycle and I have to go back into the past, right? So I think that's what we'll do tomorrow, all right? Okay, we'll do that tomorrow. We'll go back into the past There's a switch line center to a box line interference. There's a matrix lock that's off through a door interference line channel. So we have to basically set up a new QB line center, the QB interference channel to locations, and change a computer lock center to its key phrase line connection. So we'll do that tomorrow. Now, I'm telling you now to make sure you're there live, okay? Because if you watch it, it's not the same. You're traveling, but like I said, you're working as a team. And that's what it is when you come into an alliance. You come together, especially when it comes into the rebellion or the GFLs. It's important that you know what's happening with you through all levels of your position. Okay, and what is your job when you become second, third, and fourth waves of its generations of light to its revelation? It's important you understand these things because everything that we do, we fix, and it affects everything in 2021. Okay, so it's already set up to that positions. All right. So precognition is coming in. I'll set the timer line center for you guys into my line system. I'll set the clocking system and the time zone line interference. You have to send the positions when it comes into all connections of Mexico. Because I'm in Mexico, you set the timeline center into the past line system. Not the present, not the future. It's in position line connections. And Solomon's well aware of that because you have to understand you're coming into a time frame, time zone. So you have to change the clocking sensors to its dimension line lock connections, interchange its position to its dimension. Okay, then you go back into the past. So we'll do that tomorrow morning. That's going to be really fun. Right. So there's a lot of things where I skip and jump. Time jump, time leap, timeline connection. I mean, it's crazy what I do, you know? This is what I do every day. This is my life. This is my life. This is what I do. And when you come into that, you start living in space, and then you become space, and then you are space. And then you realize you know exactly where to go, right? It's like going here, you know, when it comes in that position. It's like my daughter, she's a plumber. She goes from one residential place to another residential place to another residential place to another residential place, fixing this, renovating this, renovating that. And that's what it is in space. So we're fixing these things as we go because we get the call. Okay, so we'll do that tomorrow morning. Don't be late. All right. You'll find it fascinating going into the past, the timeline. All right, let's see here. And the day after that, we'll go into the basic understanding, how to go into more of the ego, the trap of the ego, getting out of the ego line center. This goes up for the observers and the new viewers that come in the system, right? Trying to understand what I do and what my team does is already known information, which means that you have to know what you're doing when you're not just traveling. This is work. This is actual work, especially when you go to higher levels and then you get more respect. It's like, okay, I have my tools. I know what I need to do, right? You're a mechanic. You're a mechanic. A car comes in. Can you fix my car? I need it in by 6 p.m. You fix it. 6 p.m. There you go. Car's fixed. Next. That's how it works when it comes to space. Okay, and time precedes everything. But make sure you're on the right time frame of clocking systems to that connections, right? Because the code line centers comes into all levels of anything through teleportation line connection, pictures you up through rendezvous, Echo Zoo-ller 1, right? So okay, Priscilla, it's great seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. Yep. Filled with gratitude. Yep. Much love. Happy to see we are on task, in alignment with our purpose. Samantha, I got your message. I sent you what you can do through connections. So it's all about understanding how to get in rotations of cycles and communications. It's important to calm the center of people first if you want to heal them, especially when it comes to rotations. You can do that, Samantha, because you're in 60 ground line centers, but you have to understand positions of each chakra system has to be in the line center of shape. So it's all about understanding each shape of cell generation light center has to be in its time zone, or you can't travel to that position, right? So yeah, like the video, subscribe, like, and share, guys. Not sure where it is a drama, probably a mission from McDonough. Yeah, they're doing their own thing. They're in position of nature, line center conditions, light interference locations, gateway line center conditions. I mean, they're doing their own thing, position locations, but everybody's going to come into line position from time to time. So you're always going to be special and always in forms, but we're all going to come together to one alliance, right? Especially when it comes into the new year of a new revelation. Freedom is just around the corner in all humanity system location. So that was a great job, guys. Really proud of you guys. All right, let's see. I'm just going to back force here. Let's see. All right. So the basic understanding is truly understand positions, right? This is only the beginning. So I understand that conditions. We're shifting the Earth, right, back into her own traction. Pay attention to that. It's like a rebel force and lifting a pyramid. And that's what it is breaking down the old pyramids and bringing up the new ones. The central gap and interference position to the Earthline center has to go back into center rotation to the heart reactor, which means that the centerline system has to be in location, right? And Cell Tori is a big example of that. Everything in the planet line center is connected to the hologram of its Earth. Okay, it has to. We created the Earthline center into your mind adaptation of imagination. Once you go back in the grids, you're back in the center of rotation. Okay? So, all right, any questions or comments? I'm going to head over to TikTok. Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah. Amber's crying. Nuts. Some of this stuff is top secret. The teams, yeah. Remote viewing, team Dreamfield, crop circle formation team, Black Force. That's exactly what it is. It's all coming back into who we are through all levels of our computers and our high-level systems to a central line connection. Yeah. New Earth team, course of locations, Starseed team, won't be late. Promise Cody came back yesterday from our leaving. Langston's not in school today. Great. Hectic morning. That's okay, Samantha. It's just important that you really don't want to miss live when we travel. Okay, because it's not the same. It's taped now. All right, because remember, it's kind of like watching a movie, but it's not the same. Okay, if you're there. If you're actually there, okay, you're not watching. You're actually seeing everything, and it's live. So it's real, and the space is there. But when you're watching a video, it's not the same energy, right? It's better when you go live, right? Because it's in its presence. At times it's position, but it's not the same. Okay? So the generators communicating to all humanity through dream space. Yep. Vegas just told me, and I'm expanding Spaceline Center to its clocking and manual line system. So the gravity locks are off. The perceptions are coming to the activation core, and the reactors of the heart line center is coming into its time zone line center rotation to humanity connection. All right. Vegas just told me that I'm here to renew the pyramids. That's exactly what it is, Amber. Yeah. But that's exactly what we have to do is right get into that position locations. Really understand what you're doing with your information when you come in out of your dreams to your vector cores to your visionaries. That was a very powerful class. All right, last night all the work I was doing was getting us ready for this. Yeah. So everything that we do is setting up for the Earth, the 5D guys. Okay, it's not just, ooh, look at this, ooh, look at that. No. This is about reshifting. Okay. So, and Cell Tori is a huge example of that. All right. It's just a true understanding when you actually see these things, you're actually doing it in space of the now position. Okay, which is extremely real. Right. So I feel behind. What can I do to get caught up on all level of knowledge? Sherry, that's okay. That's fine. It's in position to understand what's going on through your line connections. You'll get into higher formation of understanding. You have any questions or comments, just let me know. But it's fantastic what we just finished doing, guys. All right. So, and it stays in position. All right. The intelligence are very happy to rotation to its connections. All right. So the thing is, is that you don't see the spin anymore. It's gone, right? So it's back in the circle line center to the outline center of Cell Tori. Great job, guys. So, okay, yes, you got to watch my YouTube channels and all level positions because you guys are understanding more calculations and you're coming more mind of imagination now, and you're realizing it's not just imagination. You're coming more into work, right, with the general. So, past videos are the best. Yep. I realize that I need. Let's go in position here. I realize that I need to hold the core of the centers in balance. Yeah. It's all about you understand your conditions of your center of balance first, but you all have to be as a team. There's no I in team. You do this together. Mind telepathy signatures have to be in one calculation of one direction of what you're doing. You can't off circle and say, no, let's do this. No, I think this is right. No, let's do this. I think this is right. No. You want to come into formation of AI phenomenon, you have to come back together as a team to really understand all this proactive systems and start remembering more and more, right? To cell generation lights. So infinite gratitude. Yep. You'll get. Hola, ¿cómo estás? My maid. Let's see. Well, Cleopatra is our way to set up the graph to hold it. Well, you'll find out that tomorrow. Okay. Amber, Cleopatra, we're going into the past tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is truly understand, if you're not understanding the information, is extremely high rise line center in communications of future relation of the now line rotation of its presence, is truly understand all levels. So tomorrow we go into the past, and the day after that, we'll go back into the basics, okay? So you have to truly understand what you're doing is the now line center. So it's like, oh, I'm helping out. What am I doing? So it's all about reframing, refreshing the mind line center back in line conditions. Once you remember more and more, then you understand why you're doing these things in the first place, right? So, yeah, it's important you come to class every day. More upgrades and downloads, yeah. Yeah, so Veronica, I can put you in a higher level program. You go to my TikTok. Sherry, I can put you in a higher level. This is the thing, guys. I have a team that's in 60. They see more. Okay. When you're in 20, that's great, but you don't see as much. So it's all about going to higher levels of positions of planets, because they're all planets that are in different vibration. You're talking about high levels of planets in different universal systems. Okay. Into all levels of galaxies. So, but Sherry, you'll get there. Don't worry. It takes some time. Yeah. So it's the observers that are on float. So you guys in your energy bubbles, right? Okay, let's see. I've been doing it out of the months now. I've just been working for John, so it's a lot like being in a cryogenetic state and being woken up in a new body and from the future. That's exactly what it is. So your help, Amber. You guys are helping each other. That's what I like to see. I'm ready to upgrade. Okay, Veronica, you want to go in that position, so you can go through my PayPal. Okay, you have a platform. You can set up my system, allocate line conditions. I'm going to go live TikTok, so you can do that if you want. Okay, same with you, Share, if you want to do that. See, you guys will go into 30 to 40, and then you get to know more and more, and then you start seeing the team. All right. So another thing is that Rebellion Alliance is coming into another test review and evaluations. Once that's finished line system, then the GFLs will go into another test review and evaluations. And this will put them up to 70. 70. Okay. So, and then we can communicate to weather. All right. All right. Let's see here. I'm just going to backphrase here, see what I missed. Let's see, addressing this tonight. I was on 421, 2000 years, Jerome Headley. Okay. Yeah, very familiar with Jerome. Yeah. Let's see. We're all in this together, right? Even if we fly around, hey, how's it going? Interference line, center, rotation position, and calculation. How are you doing through track system? Pretty good. I'm just fixing the rotation line centers to high levels of planet communications, X line, center rotation. Oh, that's cool. So you guys are going to start communicating back and forth through computers of space time line center. So So glad you're here. Yeah, that's great. It's great to see new people. Samantha. Yeah, Solomon can help you out always and forward. He's back in line center rotations, back in his computer locations. It's all about understanding, resetting your values, putting yourself back in your computer. It's like, now I'm back, right? So something just happened off track. Sometimes you go rogue, sometimes you go AWOL, and then you come back and then everything starts connecting and all the wires and all the computers just come back in line center. And that's what you want, right? It's because we're all doing this as a team. Okay. So yeah, I know it's exciting, isn't it? It becomes more exciting when you go to higher levels. Trust me. It gets easier too, but then it gets more real because you're actually doing these things in space. So communicate with the weather. Yes, Amber's a lot of palpitating. Mine was also in earlier. You guys are communicating great. Ever you're alone. Listen to the light language videos on YouTube. That's the thing. You got to listen to more of my videos now, guys, especially when you go into your hologram line center in positions. But it's really understanding how to use your track system of timeline center. So in position, 2 locations. All right, clock line center your time zones. It's very important because you have to center your position. So when you come in position of your time zones, it's locks its signals. So Trinity stand your connection to the grounds. You understand position, right? And this is what Solomon was talking about. The ground line center, the power line center, and everything through force conditions of high line center. So you're in the clocking locations of 12 into the ground position, okay? Now it's interesting that you grab this system. Opens up all levels of rotation, right? 1, 2, 3. So the ground line center is trying to understand you through your clocking of time zones. If the ground line center is not in its position line system, if you're late through traction, this is what happens to position, right? So when I give you codes, you have to be there to the graphic signal because the teleportation line center, it's like, uh-oh, the boat is gone, right? You get the last signal, like on that big ship. You miss the ship, you're swimming. So it's important you understand the time zone line center. All right, so 10, 11, 12. Okay, ground has the communications, digital line rotations. Now the crop circle is set up through rotations. All right, so an XT1000 comes in position like this to locations. All right, centers its position, opens up all level connections to your force line center line connection. Okay, so when you're in position like this, okay, and if you're not there in timeline center, okay, you confuse the clocking system of ground formation. And that's why you're in and out of channels, Samantha. So as Trinity is standing, that you won't be allocating line center, and the high level rotation will bring you up in a line system like this. It'll teleport to line connections in position like this, okay, instead of going through straight signal into center rotation. All right, so you don't go line channel, you go off signal. So it's important you get in the ground line center, then off signal location. Okay? So that's why it's important never to miss the lights when you travel. All right. Honored, yes, we can feel the love. Yep. Helping, you're welcome. Holding me up and supporting me. Yeah, your heart is beautiful. When you guys go at higher levels, you won't need your teleportation line interference. You'll be able to ground line system to your clock system, so you can use your own time frames and your time zones. It's the connection to your Tesseract. That's a time frame line centered to computers. It operates your circles to its digital lining. It opens up all channels of your atom line center to its location, to its gravitational pull, and it comes into high levels of your flux capacitor. So no, Samantha, you're not off signal. It's just that you were late. You see, the thing is too, the clocking system is in a time code line center. So if you're not on the boat, you're swimming. So it's like you're jumping on the boat. Whoa! You missed the boat. That's what happens. You have a clocking system on the boat. You get off the boat, right? You have till 6 p.m. You miss the boat. You're swimming. That's what it is. All right. So that's what the XT1000 line center does, right? Because it has to pick you guys up in a digital position, and you all have to be in the team rotation line center. If not, you're off signal, right? So I just put you back in line center, back in connection, all through the clocking of the ground position. All right. So there you go. It's very important to understand these things, isn't it? All right. So don't miss the boat. If not, I put you back on. That's okay. Right. But if you're just catching the end of it, that's okay too. Right. I can still put you back in line center, but it's very important that you're all come together because I got a line singing you back all levels to rotation. So, all right. I'm going to head over to TikTok. You guys have any questions? Let me know. All right. Let's see here. One more look. And you guys are communicating a lot. That's great to see that. Yep, there's a lot of love with you guys, more and more each day. That's what I want. All right, Jill. Yeah, Jill and Samantha. Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it, Amber? Right? It makes sense, right? You missed the boat. What? You're swimming. What are you gonna do? Catch a cruiser? Yeah, no. So that cruiser won't come back, right? But this is not reality. This is space. Okay, so it's a lot different. So what I do is to just rechannel your line center, put you back in the ground line rotation, and put you into Cell Tori, right? And then you go back on line rotation. See, if you're off signal, if you're late, I just put you back in line system. So I send another teleportation because everything is in a code line system to an XT1000 or anything through a stealth, X force, or anything through 8000 line center connection. To understand the complication centers in position to the ground line center is its tapestry. You know what tapestry is? It's a mural. It's the graph line center, space position, and backline connections. It's the portal location. So it's all about understanding coming into line center position rather than coming in and out another portal location to its division. All right, so that's what happens if you're off signal. So you surface into another realm, and then I put you back in line center, back into another teleportation line signal. Okay, so I find it hard to see the others. Any advice? Communication circles. You got a little bit of filter line there. You're seeing through rotation line centers. So you got eye flapping interference of audio line channels. Yeah, I can help that, Ellen, tomorrow in position. Well, let me know soon on locations, organizations for unifications. Yep. Jill, jump on the mermaid. I told you, Amber, I've been one in another life. Yeah. So it's all about understanding is when you're in space, you can't think. It's the knowing already. When you come into the knowing, you come into high levels and you see everybody. It's like the mind game. If I turn my head, everybody turns their head, they should be seeing the same thing. That's why I wanted to get into the mind telepathy game, right? So if you get all of you into one signal and you hear boom, right? You turn. What was that? All of you are looking at the same perception. So that means you're in Cell Tori. But if you're not in Cell Tori, you're in another timeline. But you're there, but you can't see anything. You can't see everybody, right? Because you're off signal. So you're on signal, but you're off signal if you think too much. Okay? So that's how it works. All right, let's see here. Yeah, you're welcome there, Amber. No one, okay, let's see. You guys are really communicating, that's great. Yep, the Atlantis goddesses are waking up, yeah. That is a metaphor, guys. Atlantis and Lemuria is just a metaphor for you guys to understand the ego. That's all that is. That's all that is, okay? I see everyone with the light bodies. I'm working on that last night. Yeah, that's great. So the more you come into positions of more work reference, work operation, everything comes more real to you, to the mind adaptation of imagination. And that's what you want through track system. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys on TikTok. Adios.